Hey, Speedgaming main. We're here with more Super Metroid Randomizer tournament for uh, Speedgaming Online 2023. So I'm going to be commentating. My name is Aussie, and we got D-Web on tracking, who may also decide to co-commentate or not. Tracking is a lot of work in this mode, and that's what the big map in the middle of the screen is going to be all about. Is drawing crisscross lines, and we're gonna have to make sense of it. But we got a race here today. The loser side of the bracket, we have Glove versus mm2nescartridge. MM2 hot off a win against me just 2 days ago. So I'm here for payback by calming his match. Yeah, tell him how I think about his play.
I think I'll join you at least off and on, and yeah, we won't tell them whether or not I'm on the mic, just so if the seed's bad, they can't blame me, because that's what everyone likes to do these days.
Yep, stealth comps.
But yeah, this should be a good one. This is a top 8 qualifier, as it were, so the loser of this gets ninth, the winner of it moves on. I do know that there is a nominal amount of money on the line. I don't know when that payout starts, but it could be top 8. That's kind of a place that people like to start for some events. So obviously, besides the pride and the thrill of winning on the line, there could be some other things that the players are looking forward to.
Yep, pride is big. Both the runners definitely want to win. And we see an early morph ball. So we're playing major minor, and that means there's going to be 2 major items down here. One of them is always the morph ball, and the other is the ceiling E-tank location. And most times it's an E-tank, but might get something fun to play with. MM2 going for the faster strat, where you get the item first, and then damage boost back towards the door. But it's harder to pull off, and missing it loses a lot of time. Like, relative to this stage of the game, it's a few seconds.
Yeah, and trouble right now just seems to be the timing of, making the item actually collectible and, getting the deboost. That enemy likes to do its own thing, and we're at 24 health, which is a little scary.
Yep. So you want to get damage boosted by pretty much not holding any directional inputs. They'll get you knocked upwards. And then during the fanfare, you hold backwards to get the damage boost. But this will be Glove taking an early lead after those missteps.
Yeah, she did more normal things that you're used to seeing. Both some people, if you get morph ball first, you go down to alpha missiles first. Some people like MM2 just go right regardless of whether or not you've got that morph ball. So did things in a different order as well as some other things. Oh goodness.
Ooh.
Everyone's favorite play.
Yep. You got plays already. So that's our first portal, and it is to the top of West Meridia. Oftentimes it's safe to just fall down here, but we know nothing about the layout of the map, and so this could be a soft lock.
Yeah. Definitely expect both of them to be doing this. There's definitely a lot of people who think this is just a fine and standard play, and this time it works out pretty well. We've got the middle of Red Tower,
Yeah,
so
we also
they're
get
gonna
a
keep
early
going.
X-ray boost. Early X-ray check on one E-tank. So, Glove a little known for early X-ray. So
She was definitely the person I first remember championing the just kind of doing this trick at many if not all junctures of a seed if you can. And one tank's definitely You know, I mean, it can barely get any riskier, but she pulls off the first half and does get an
Eventually.
E-Tank, so...
So an E-Tank isn't bad to see here. It's going to speed up the exit, and early E-Tanks are still useful. Like,
Oh,
there's a Variasuit. Variasuit's pretty good.
pretty good. A bit of an understatement, yeah. M2 decided not to do this. Like I said, one tank, definitely not something that like everyone, even who people who do go for these deboosts go for. So Varia would make it quite a bit faster or safer, I should say, because of the
Safer,
damage
yeah.
reduction.
Yeah, it kind of negates the benefit of the E-Tank find, though. Like, you
That
do
it
need E-Tanks to
does.
finish the game, but an early E-Tank is less valuable in heated rooms if you have Variasuit.
Yeah. Now M2 is doing some portal exploration. We found the backside of East Meridia there on one of these right side, and then we found this other part of West Meridia. So both of the fall downs were leading to this place.
Takes a crab hit through the door. Okay, so that means they're not safe yet. Next up is the tube.
They would have to get like double dead ended with like,
Well,
and also find the other West Meridia portal for that to be true, right?
yeah, with Varia, that opens up like all the Upper Norfair portals as way outs. Lower Norfair is not confirmed safe yet. You can't definitely make it to the front.
Yeah, I think Glove maybe could be a little bit more likely to go there. Obviously, well, no, okay, I'm lying. There's, I mean, you, despite having Varia, you could still only kill two of those bosses. I was just gonna say Glove doesn't have this, you know, X-ray cleanup that MM2 has, but with this, with the current loadout, like, you know, two E-tanks,
Yeah, you
dangerous,
don't do this.
no ammo to speak of, really.
It's like Kraid's Lair check, but spending multiple minutes instead. Because it can't deal with Ridley or Dragon right now.
So yeah, MM2 reloaded this room after a little bit of struggles on the entry, but is here at the end, and there's the final deboost. So we are good to get this item, and now we will be exploring the top of this red Brinstar.
Right, so with Variasuit, that's going to reduce spike damage by 3/4 and also enemy damage by half. And that makes this much, much safer. Okay. I
A
assume
little bit of a
Glove's getting pit
freeze.
miners.
Yeah, just a little bit of a freeze. Hopefully, things will return to normal quickly. But whatever information Glove is gathering, we are going to get it pretty quickly on MM2 side.
Yeah. Still just
Oh.
a tiny bit behind.
Yeah. I'm looking at the race. Her stream is currently offline, so hopefully that doesn't last for too long.
Well, like you said, we can follow along with MM2. Having a little bit of trouble with Hero Shot.
Okay.
Taking
Minor
some soup.
interruption, but does look like it'll be back. So yeah. Two more portals up here as well as some miners. Oh, Turian.
Oh, that's a dead end.
Yeah, Glove is not excited about that.
Love mentally preparing for this reset. But most portals are still fine. Like as way back.
Of course. Just the middle of Greenburn Star.
Worth. So Green Brand has, is it 4 majors and a lot of minors? So a great place to gather resources. Kind of the zone you want
Four,
to find as soon as possible.
four, and a potentially one that's going to be isolated with waterway. Can't currently access that. And there's Upper Norfair.
Yeah. So with Upper Norfair, that's gonna give them enough portals that they can definitely get back to Criteria. Plus all these potential good majors.
Yeah, potentially a little bit unfortunate. Most often, if when people come in the middle here, they will check this lower portal before returning to where the items are. But especially with Varia, there's a non-zero chance that's actually where you want to be next. So depending on what this upper portal is, you might just be running back through Greenbrand to get there.
Yeah, but it's just as likely you want to follow the top of Greenbrand. Upper Norfair definitely a good location to do next after these Greenbrand star checks though. Like we are mostly looking for the items to kill all the bosses and the good movement items to move around the other zones.
We do officially have enough health to complete the game with the third E-tank that they found, but otherwise, yeah, it's been, Morph Ball, the item you 100% need, Varia, one of the more powerful items being a suit, and everything else is coming up energy. So
Yeah, at this point, we're not too happy to see E-tanks anymore, but that's when it's going to keep giving them. It's looking like their movement's pretty similar, a pretty similar skill. Just that early lead that Glove gained by getting a faster ceiling E-tank, kind of just holding.
yep, these are the 7 and the 8 seeds in the tournament, so that would also suggest that pretty equally skilled. Don't have the exact numbers on how far apart their actual scores were, but yeah, so far so good for both of them. Like we said, just a little bit of ceiling mishap. Another tank.
Yeah, another tank. Yep.
I will say
Glove.
that of the people that are electing to use Facecam, Glove is definitely among the most expressive as far as finding items and reacting to them.
Yeah, I am liking having the face cam for those who choose to use it.
Nice wall jump save there from M2. You definitely don't want to fall down.
Okay. And what do we have at the last item? It's a grapple beam. Grapple's really nice to have. It's a little bit of a mobility item through East and West Meridia. But at this point, it's a really good way to deal with Dragon. So that's the
Yeah.
biggest find down here.
Somehow, despite finding Varia, what, like third or fourth major, Ridley's the last boss we're gonna actually be able to kill because of the current ammo situation.
Yeah. The requirements on Kraid and Fantoon just being that low. But ammo's coming along pretty well. 30, 15 is... If you include the power bombs, that's about enough for Ridley.
Interested to see where we'll end up here. One of the things about these, the early power bomb, you check meme route and you follow it. Criteria, which is a place sometimes people kind of don't like to check in general, is if we clean up the final bit of West Meridia there. So we are going to get that run back. Criteria can just kind of be really far away from you. I mean, right now we like cannot. Well, I guess with that grapple, no. I don't even know if you could still get back to Criteria currently with our portal knowledge.
No, I don't think so. So yeah, sometimes you just don't get back to Criteria until really late. But it's also the case that it can't have the other suit. So you're like less incentivized to want to clear that out.
Yeah. If you end up running from one side to the other, Terminator obviously is going to, be at your feet. BT is, also pretty close. Gauntlet's the one that definitely takes the most time as far as deciding to do it, but yeah, we are going to end up in Upper Norfair, and probably this Green Bird Star area as well as Upper Norfair are two of the best places as far as getting your miners up. So if Charge Beam isn't found, we're already going to have a pretty good idea of where we stand ammo-wise after these areas are completed.
Yeah, and we've also seen Red Brinster already, and so these are going to be the 3 zones that you are trying to clear out for items early on. So it's kind of the early game that you want to see, even though you did have to make a pretty big risk falling through West Meridian.
Yeah, and given what we've seen as far as the portals, it's a semi-isolated red tower on all things considered. Like, meme route is not everyone's favorite portal to go to, not at the beginning. It has a dead end. It's got 2 West Meridia portals, as we find a vanilla wave beam. It's got a green Brinstar portal, but one of those green Brins is the other West Meridia portal. So there's actually, relatively speaking, for an area that big, there's not actually that many ways in.
Yeah, West Meridia itself, it's looking all isolated, and then connecting to Red Brinster so much. Nice damage boost to make it up the ledge. Saving a bad situation.
Yeah, we'll also have some decisions to make here once Bubble Mountain's cleared out. Obviously, there's a portal at Chronic Boost. There's also a portal at where Crocomire would normally hang out, but there's also, items and portals as well in Business Center. So depending on what is found on both an item and a portal standpoint, you could choose to do the left side now or later, and that could be something that, splits our runners up from what has otherwise been a single path that they both followed. Ooh.
Yep. High jumps, finally that really good mobility that they need.
Finally decided that it has more than tanks for them after that various suit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the grapple beam is gonna make the portal checks, the bottom 2, a little bit friendlier, as well as getting to Business Center from those portals. But now with high jump, that potentially opens more options.
Yeah, you can you could go down to, the Nutella refill, you could grapple across to the right, and then you even got wave beam to not have to gate glitch back if you end up not following that. So hopeful items here.
Yeah, using grapple again to cross the top of Bubble Mountain. A lot of utility that you don't really think about. Okay. And we're back to E-Tanks.
Back to E-Tanks indeed. We will see, like I said, we'll see what where the seed takes them and where they decide to go from here.
Okay, so they can kill all bosses. Ridley is still not, it's not good items for trying to find Ridley and kill him. So you'd like to find more items still for that. But you can beat all the bosses. That means we're looking for zones that have bosses.
And it's pretty unfortunate now that, that Lore Warfare portal that we've left by the wayside at the tube, which is now in logic with the high jump boots, but it's the opposite direction of where we're currently going. So probably if our runners find the front of Lore Warfare at some point in the near future, you're just going to be doing it from that side, which does have some added benefit of potentially letting you check screw attack in a bit more on the way path, but that also depends on getting out of screw attack, which currently would involve some CWJ shenanigans that not everyone is the most comfortable with.
Yeah. Also, checking screw attack doesn't come up too often in these. I'm looking at the back of Lore Warfare being pretty close to Torian, so you might want to try to put that off for last. But it's also the case that they got early Varia, and so progression could be down there in Gravity Suit. So there's a decision to make around that.
Yeah, it can be a trap in both directions sometimes, whereas, there's a portal that would be nice to end at as far as, being close to Torian, but it's also like, if my items are there and you just like keep putting it off hoping to do that, you could end up, losing more time than you were trying to save, relatively speaking.
Okay, Kraid's Lair is a great find. This is the zone that has a mini Kraid to give you all your super missiles back.
And Glove does want this miner. It's another powerbomb pack, which not necessarily what you were looking for, or definitely a 6 super would have been very welcome. It is saving, obviously, Ridley would be, you have to hit everything, so that could be a potential soft lock, and Dragon could kill you and stuff, so...
Ridley's not that scary.
You'd have to miss a lot, but...
Yeah, that'd be a lot of misses. A Dragon would be... I guess it'd be a lot of contact hits, because you're not really dying through grapple damage.
One of the positives of all of the tanks that we have seen in both runners, it looks like they've both picked up everyone that they've seen. Varia reduces all of that environmental damage, so Dragon is like, I think it's under 100 to kill even from full health.
Yeah. No, it's just Fantoon here. I will say that it is comfy to just have a save as you're playing. You don't want to go 20 minutes into a seed and just do something. Just lose all that progress on it. A bit less of a concern with Varia and speedy tanks.
Yeah, it's also on the comfier side. This is the first boss area we've actually been into, and it's a killable Fantoon, and we haven't yet seen the wreck ship, so I will say that Glove, who commentated the race between my co-commentator and mm2, has among the strongest opinions about some of those wreck ship items. So honestly, maybe she didn't want to see this, but they will be accessible. You won't have to, you won't have to find Fantoon later and then make a decision about the items. Whenever we find wreck ship, those items will be there.
Yeah, it sounded like every wreck ship major just gets a lot of hate. You never want to do the top 2. I hate the E-Tank location. And now we're saying that the right side super is too slow to bother checking. So, it's not a popular spot.
One day, the pendulum will swing back. I have faith in wreck ship. It's it's a place. It's got a boss. The thing that a lot of people say is that unlike the other boss areas, the boss is kind of at the beginning of the area as opposed to the end, which makes a difference. But you can have what you need. You can have what you want as well. A lot of people who are all about need. Sometimes you want things too, and that's all right. But coming back to Norfair.
Yeah. So I was also looking at the Fantoon find as like looking ahead to East Meridia, if you were to go there on these items, I think you can do everything except, like, unless there's a crate there as the boss. I think you have all the items to clear East Meridia, unless it's cleared. Fantine's usually the bad one.
Yeah. Glove says yes, this is a little bit what I expected.
So I think I'm not that big a fan of this play.
It is putting Business Center quite far away from you, more than likely, assuming you don't come back out the front. Although maybe you do, honestly? Yeah, I guess you're probably not. You're coming in up.
It seems like you do.
Yeah. There's also the Glove wants to save scum this check. That's what it looks like to me. And mm2 doesn't want this right now.
No CWJers. Yeah, it comes back to what I said earlier, where if you could put off Lorne Warfare until the end, that'd be great. And then also, Business Center has the 2 majors and the 2 portals, where the portals definitely lead to a boss.
Oh.
Okay. A small dip in the lava, mm2 side.
Yeah, one of the bigger grapple enjoyers too on this side. Not gonna be happy about that missed grapple strat, but yeah. Shook it off, got right back up there, and a 30th power bomb. Little gluttonous, but you know, people like their power bombs, and you know, more power to them.
We're still looking at potential Crystal Flash clip.
Yeah, if we see 35, I think that one might be the end, but you never know.
Don't need more E-tags.
Oh, that is a nice find.
Yeah, it's really nice. Easy way back up too. Just do this
first try.
Frame.
And now, honestly, that actually makes the going out the back a little bit more appetizing, because you can go red Bryn to green Bryn and, you know, clean up speed, and then you just end up back in Upper Norfair as it is. So that could be a really, really big difference maker here. As well as, you know, fast pillars, new route strat in this room to not take forever killing all the pirates.
Yeah, really
absolutely huge.
When you get high jump and speed, that's when you start getting all the comfy strats that you practice for any percent. And gravity suit.
Yeah, then the one thing that could have made that speed booster a little bit irrelevant, probably exactly what M2 just found. Yeah, that is, well, definitely ammo mode as far as the end of the game. We'll see what happens as far as, you know, East Meridia goes. Definitely already, we've been talking about those power bombs in the Crystal Flash clip. We'll see if Dragon ends up staying in her home, and that's a necessary thing, or if we can just subvert that route and go around the back, skip Batoon. But yeah, Business Center, it had the goods here. There's wreck ship front.
That's a wreck ship. You can check the other portal to know if you need to exit at the back of wreck ship.
There is
super back signs. Yeah, M2 still needs to find. I guess you're looking for the front of East Meridia?
Yeah, I think. And Croc is the other unknown portal that we have. And there it is, front of East Meridia.
So, like, it's what you wanted to find, but without Dragon dead and no easy way through Batoon Hall, just gonna turn around.
That is full map knowledge though. Looks like it should be Croc at the back of her ship. And yeah, this will be, I guess, probably what you do as M2 is you come here, you do this wreck ship, and then you head back to the lower Norfair you know about. Well, no. Well, you said no back to back at the end.
Yeah, I'm still standing by do lower Norfair last.
Yeah. So probably this and then back to east. We do find Kraid here in LN. So down to 50-50 as far as Dragon being vanilla. M2 is going to give us that information relatively soon. 55-30 ammo is not the greatest. That's why we're seeing, you know, spooky missiles with wreck ship turned on. Probably also going to see left supers. Oh goodness, 40.
Oh. 40
power bombs.
Power bombs.
It's getting. I was calling the pickups gluttonous. Now I'm gonna start calling the seed gluttonous for just how many power bombs we've seen. This is we're in a place where we want more ammo. A nice space jump find after a dead Kraid.
Okay, just gonna collect all the power bombs.
45.
Yeah, this is a lot of power bombs the seed's giving. Missiles would be better. This is hurting this ammo finish. And MM2 is the one that doesn't have a Zeb skip item.
That is correct.
Speed being really nice for serving multiple uses.
And back to the E-tanks. This is you know, obviously it's decently likely that Glove does next do Business Center, just because, like I said, either you're going back out the front, or you could try my route at the end where, you know, come into Red Tower. Unfortunately, you got to climb over the top, but that gets you a Green Bryn waterway cleanup, and then you're back in Upper Norfair. So we'll see, you know, how long it takes Glove to get there. How much these two very good movement items that she's spiked over MM2. The speed is almost certainly not getting collected. The space jump has a decently low likelihood as well, I'm gonna say. So, you know, not necessarily over yet. Pathing is gonna favor MM2 by a bit, though.
Yeah, the Dragon find eliminating all the value in the power bomb pickups. But does mean that M2 has an easy way through East Meridian now. So it's a big win for MM2's side.
Win for Pathing, loss for, you know, the last three at least power bombs he picked up were definitely on the surplus side. So, you know, fanfare you're not getting back. And Glove definitely doesn't need those power bombs, so she's not going to be spending that time. And let's see if potentially she can spike another good item here. Nope, just an E-tank.
E-tank's really nice if the plan was to exit the front. We'll see what the real plan is. Is just a nice health refill as well.
A little bit more upset than I would have expected. You know, obviously, probably when you will come into this LN at this time and not at the end, you wanted to find, you know, gravity, but you got two good items regardless, and, you know, you don't know that speed isn't blocking the gravity, or, you know, there's some suitless stuff and you maybe needed to get ice from a waterway, or, you know, even, you know, wreck ship reserve, which is, you know, again, a thing Glove very much isn't a fan of, but, you know, Glove doesn't know just how quickly she's going to find that gravity suit. I expected even bigger reaction then, but I don't think this is, you know, completely over yet, frankly. We'll have to see how much Glove can leverage those items that she got, and how much MM2 can leverage this pathing advantage that he'll have.
So that'll be the big difference. We'll see if the ammo distribution becomes like a real deciding thing, but they are pretty much, they're going to be making a lot of the same checks.
Yeah, although because of what Glove just did is, talking about that pathing, no Hodarubi check, no jail check, no Frank Z check as far as minors. Those are things M2's definitely gonna, be able to do at the end of the route if he isn't quite in that mode. And for Glove, that's gonna be quite out of the way if she ends up in a situation where those are things that she wants to pick up.
Yeah, for Glove, this was just the Mickey Mouse item. And we're gonna assume they both check. PB's a shame. Like, there's a unlikely chance of a trip to Kraid's closet on Glove's side. I think we're gonna see straight to Business Center and Gravity Suit.
Yeah. M2 also showing off something that Glove will have an advantage on a little bit slower on that snail clip into these aqueduct miners. Glove will have, the ability to do it the way that Deer Force intended with the speed booster.
Yeah. Actually saves a good chunk of time to do it with speed. It looks like M2 is going for the majors. The major checks. Entirely focused.
Yeah, given how fast the seed is, charge is a little bit more valuable. I would say that if you're gonna check this major, I would have done it before aqueduct though. That seems a little bit more consistent to me, but it's not gonna really make any difference.
We need to remember again that M2 doesn't have a Zeb skip item, and so majors are extra valuable until he finds ice or gives up on speed.
Or a potential charge beam as well.
Yeah,
and Glove's still in a position. Oh wait, hold on. No, it makes sense to do it this way because we're going through the back. That's what I wasn't realizing. But talked about how Glove was unlikely to pick up just as many power bombs as MM2, and well on our way. I think Suitless Crystal Flash might have been on our mind, but that's not going to be something we see this seed.
Yep, Speed Booster doesn't get you through Bottoon Hallway until you have Gravity Suit.
One of those things about Boss Rando, bosses unlock all the doors that they would unlock if they were vanilla. So, this backside of East Meridia opens up by killing Dragon exactly wherever Dragon happens to be. As I look for the gravity suit on the tracker, it was evading my eyes. But yeah, we will see, especially, both speed and space jump kind of show their value in both of the Meridias. You're seeing MM2 obviously doing this, pretty basic Coliseum strat. Glove can both attempt the full halfie as well as, just space jump across if she desires. So, again, more potential time save there.
Yeah, just worth something like 10 seconds to get fast Coliseum. And then also, it's going to be faster on the way back.
Glove also has the potential to save some time here. Yeah, Glove is just going straight into this wreck ship. If she ends up following through with a back to see Crocomire, that will negate any advantage she could have gained by doing this way. But yeah, M2 obviously, like we saw, came in here, went out, checked another portal, ran across criteria, checked another portal, and then backtracked all the way. So, like I said, I really, oh, well, there it goes. I guess one of the things I feel is that part of it is that you did already definitely know where East Meridia was on one side, so if what you're trying to not do is run into Croc, you could have still skipped the back anyway, not knowing it was Croc and being like, either it is there or I'm gonna run into it and then I'm gonna know some things. But I guess this way tells you if running, like, if this was Croc or something and like you could have done Ellen Street and East Meridian. Maybe that passed really well. I'm not 100% sure looking at the map.
Yeah, maybe you do East Meridian right now first. This club does have the way through Bottoon Hallway. At some point, I need to think about this endgame routing from Glove's side, because I'm guessing MM2 can go through Lower Norfair like, he's definitely gonna end at Lord Norfair and then go up to Torian. But I'm not sure how Glove gets from these final bosses to Torian.
Yeah, and I literally missed the entirety of what I'm assuming was an extremely fast relief fight on the MM2 side because I was thinking about what Glove was doing.
Yeah, you missed out on another E-Tank. Oh, there's Ice Beam. Oh, that's worth a lot of ammo.
Yes, it is. And he's currently, what? I guess 1 missile, 2 supers from like the 60-40, the 40-60 equivalent. So yeah, with that ice beam, very close to ammo mode. And like we said, he has all the quick back of Ellen minor checks that we didn't see on Glove's side.
So this looks like it's gonna be back of East Meridia. It's the way out. That goes to... I can't tell. There's too many lines. Okay, that's the bottom of Red Brimstone. What gets me a lot of the time is the boss icons are moved around, and I don't do that when I'm tracking. So I have a harder time knowing which boss I want to which. Okay, back of East Meridia is going to be right next to the back of Lorne Orfair, and that'll be right next to all those minor checks plus the final boss MM2 needs.
Ooh, a little bit of chain damage, but otherwise a nice nice blue suit there from Glove.
Guess bad frame on Spike Suit.
He's gonna check this minor. I don't remember if MM2 did. It's screw attack. He did.
Screw attack, not that useful. You can break the blocks in front of East Meridia. Kind of it. Let's see. East Meridia has a decent number of miners to check. You can also read this seed as having bad super distribution, though. So I don't know how much you want to rely on those supers, those miners. MM2 didn't have like great options as alternatives, but Glove is just leaving Wreck Ship right now. So like, potentially wanted to do the top for 2 minor checks.
Little bit of this could very much be a little precarious. Like I said, one more missile, 1 more super for MM2 would be pretty good. He forgoes jail on the way in. Could look at it on the way out, obviously. But yeah, I mean, like I said, Glove doesn't have a ton of checks here. The Aqueduct is vanilla, so that'll be 60-40. And that puts you needing 3 supers. I don't remember what Precious was, but I do know left pit had 1 super. Probably Glove values right pit a little bit more, so we could possibly see that here. But yeah, we're not in ammo mode for either of them, and we are coming, you know, obviously boss number 4 is quickly coming for both of these runners, a little bit faster on MM2 side.
Yep, exactly. We're late enough into the seed that you've decided on how you're gonna play charge for the most part. And Glove's going for the double minor bit.
I mean, if this is 2 missiles left was actually better, funnily enough. I mean, especially if it's a missile and a power bomb, it's much, much worse. But, you know, you play the odds, and this time you lose, unfortunately. So it does get to 70, so yeah, 2 more supers would be you'd have to do some door opening, but you would be able to finish the game in a relatively comfy manner. So yeah, we're gonna see for sure the Precious item, which unfortunately I don't remember. And after that, I really don't know what else we will see. Like, what else is on Glove's path?
Yeah, what is Glove's path? Let's see.
So could make it so there's
Oh. Yeah, back of East Meridia is also right next to Torium. Like the same as what MM2 did. So there's that option.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't see beta power bombs, for example, but that's only one place.
Main
it's the
Street
only
speed locked item is right on path.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only miner outstanding in that area. So
Yeah, I guess if you really need miners, then you just explore West Meridia until you're done.
yeah, another thing that chat is pointing out, it's pretty unlikely from my point of view that Glove does go to Batwoon.
Yeah, I agree.
Like she's one of the people that's not a fan of the like Hail Mary kind of bailout plays, which is like, if charge is there, obviously it's insanely good for Glove. But we'll see, what she's thinking. Obviously, this has been 3 straight missiles here at East Meridia. Well, 4 if you want to talk about the pathing of Aqueduct. So definitely still looking for some stuff. On MM2 side, exactly 1 missile would be, like I said, 70-50, that's enough. You gotta open some doors. Exactly speed versus Ice Centurion. I'm not 100% sure of which one comes out ahead time-wise, but, different parts of Torian are faster for each item.
I think I would have liked a blind Speedies in jail check earlier. Like it was pretty close.
Yeah.
Going for it now.
Both, going up, down, and back up, as well as, peeking in there has made this quite a bit slower than it would have just been to blind check it. But that is going to be 70-50 MM2 if he doesn't collect any more projectile ammo. Will be, fine to complete the game. Just have to refill at least the first 2 doors. Which,
So
especially considering the difficulty of baby skip with only high jump. Well, high jump only isn't too bad and you have wave, but if you miss baby skip, you're not too torn up because you're going in that room regardless to refill the missiles.
And with a reserve tank, you don't need to refill health before clearing out all the Zebs. So only have to go to refill room once.
Glove gets the charge for Plasma Spark. Definitely didn't intend to use it to go to Plasma, but always fun to see. So yeah, definitely MM2 is going to be in a Turian first, but not by a ton.
Yeah, this MM2
like you said,
closer to Torian and has the ammo.
Yeah. We'll see if Glove can find the ammo quickly. Obviously, it's still 2 supers. Unfortunately, it's kind of rough for her standpoint, which is pushing him to further ahead than he even currently is. Look wise, and he is gonna do the beta check.
Oh, big reward finding supers there.
The 1 tile wide gap not being kind to Glove, trying to get in there. And yeah, this is West Meridia. This is where there's beach, watering hole, crab supers, the speed locked item. Even Mama Turtle's minor, which I don't know which of those you want to do least, but those are the options here. And you are going to end up, back in Red Tower here at this Main Street door. So see how kind these miners are. There's a super, that's good.
That's good.
Just need 1 more. It's not crab. A Hail Mary to just bet on beta power bombs would have worked for Glove, but not making that play, which makes a lot of sense. And is going for the density and not just the one Mama Turtle miner.
Yeah, it hasn't been a good seed for betting on the miners being kind. But it's going to be MM2 solidly ahead. Already clearing Orion.
Yep. There's the 80th missile, so the next projectile ammo will be enough regardless, but you would much rather it be a super for obvious reasons. And there's 2 in here anyway, so, you know, unless we get some insane double power bomb punish. This should be the last minor checks on Glove's side.
You could say that the way that runners went through Lore Norfair, like decided they're ending ammo. But, well, did have those strong movement items early on.
Yep. Just you know, obviously front to front is, you know, probably the slowest way to do Lore Warfare. Back to back is the fastest, and then, you know, going all the way through is the kind of the middle ground, it seems like. So that's some of the time difference. And yeah, just they're all worked out better for him too, especially finding that ice beam also, you know. Finding that ice beam not insignificant, getting to actually check those back of Lower Norfair miners also very impactful here.
Yeah, Ice Beam saving this this ammo refill would have to take another trip down to clear out Zebs, then also speeding up the Metroid rooms.
Uh-oh, I think that was a snipe. That extra super pack is big, so he should be good, but it is not going to be a ton of extra. So yeah, you need to do
3 extra.
Yeah, 3 supers to spare here. Oh, his glove barely misses that down grab red tower strat.
Yep, 3 supers to spare means totally safe fight. All killed hundreds of mother brains for their time. Trick to not missing is either to step a tile forward or to crouch. That way, even when she ducks, your ammo is still gonna hit.
So Glove will show off the power bomb strats, the other way to kill these Metroids here in Turian. So they have 500 health. The way it works is missiles do normal damage, supers do double damage, and power bombs do half damage. So you need 2.5 power bomb hits to kill them, or 5 missiles or 1 super. But obviously the missiles and supers only work if they're frozen. Power bombs work regardless. Interesting quirk. I'm not exactly sure why that's, you know, how the enemies are programmed, but, you know, overall it's a good thing, especially in a randomizer, since you don't want ice to just be like, you know, the hardest requirement in the game, even over suits. So Air Force knew that's what we're going with, right?
Air Force just knew. Preparing for the randomizer scene to just take off.
Yeah, this result holds. This is going to be a tale of 2 runners headed in opposite directions. Obviously, MM2 with the, you know, the 8-9 quote-unquote upset here in the losers, you know, a little bit early. But this will be 3rd win in a row for him. Glove, who did very well at the beginning of the tournament, dropped 2 to Zeb 0-2, and this will be her 3rd loss in a row. So definitely, you know, her tournament life will be on the line from here on out in this series. And, you know, not interested in losing. So let's see if she can turn around. This race was basically just when did you do lower warfare pretty much made the difference. As well as ammo being just, not the friendliest. That's another thing about, if you like basically completely skip criteria like our runners did, the old Mother Brain miner is pretty accessible. If you end up doing Gauntlet, those are two, miners that you get. And yeah, so you just played very fast, so you had to get the miners that were there and hope they were good. And they were maybe average to a little bit below average. Especially with all the power bombs. Oh my goodness.
So many power bombs this seed. Yeah, this will be MM2's Slow Escape. Gonna be up game in the series. They're playing the next match right after this. But if we need a game 3, then that'll be Wednesday.
I actually hadn't noticed that game 3 wasn't today. I was looking at that, but I guess if I had actually looked at the time it started, I would have actually seen. But yeah, just 2 today.
Yeah, the dates on that schedule thrown me off. First, I didn't realize that it match was next weekend. Yeah, this one I was signing up, and it just said a different day when I got to game 3.
Yeah, MM2 very quickly will be done here. Just one more room, and we'll be done with game number 1. He played a very good race, and other than the snafu at the very beginning, that was basically all that went wrong for him too in this race. As he is finished first place, official race time 55 minutes 29 seconds. Glove quickly thereafter did punch in a forfeit. Is actually still currently having a little bit of issues with either her internet or her computer. Not 100% sure which, but they are prepping for the next game as we speak. So we'll run through these credits, check out a couple of the unknown item locations, and they will go on break before we give you game 2 right after this. All right, here come some information I already missed. Oh wait, hold on. Here comes the ammo distribution. 13 power bombs. We found what, like 9 of them at least on M2 side. I don't even know if he skipped any, but otherwise it's very close to average.
Yep, it's just 2 over average. So they're just all on the convenient checks. Unlucky.
Let's see. Looks like Upper Norfair is going to get the highest time spent, barely, with 8 minutes. A couple in the 7-minute range.
Here we go. Item locations.
So what did we miss? We did not see Phaser. X-ray was at Crocky. Plasma was at Mama Turtle. And then we're just really looking for charge. Wreck Ship Reserve for Spring Ball and Wreck Ship Energy for Charge Beam.
Yeah, Wreck Ship Energy Tank.
Just a little bit, out of the path, especially with the knowing that Croc was at the back. But I want to say it could have been the better option, especially for MM2 with both wave and ice, and honestly probably for glove too because as much ammo as she had at that point, a few charge wave shots not the biggest deal, and like we saw, basically full cleared the West Meridian miners. So
Yeah, it was an early Fantoon. That'd be an okay charge location if you just decided to go charge really early. Otherwise, kind of out of the way.
there is a chance here, Speed Gaming, that we do not have another race for you. It was definitely computer problems, not internet problems for Glove. A Windows update started and isn't moving anywhere. So stick around here for a little bit. We're gonna leave it actually on this screen because ending the episode will definitely start the next one, and I don't want it to just abruptly cut off. But hopefully within a few minutes we'll have something for you. Definitely in 6 minutes, if nothing is happening, we will be rescheduling game 2 to take place on Wednesday along with the potential game 3. But yeah, for now, we're gonna leave you here. And we'll hop back in here and give you an update if anything happens. But if the other match that was also going on at this time of the day is still going on, Slurs versus Derp, you can catch that, I believe, on Speed Gaming 4. Um, they started an hour earlier than this, so if there's a game on right now, it's most likely game 3, and we don't. Well, we've been here, so I don't know if a game 3 was forced. All right, folks, back with an update due to some unforeseen circumstances on Glove's end involving a computer restart followed by a Windows update. We are going to be postponing game 2 of this series on to Wednesday, where we will finish this either, game 2 by itself, or if Glove wins, game 2 and game 3. So that is going to do it for this restream. This has been DJ Webb along with Aussie 101, and we will see you next mission.